It's time for a grilling. Let's begin. The article says that Grant Shapps is to be quizzed in the Commons about prepayment energy meters as pressure grows on the government to ban forced installations. And it comes after the Met Office has issued severe weather warnings for snow and ice, with temperatures set to plummet to -10 degrees in parts of the country this week. Charities fear some of the UK's poorest families will be left sitting in the freezing cold without heat or light as they are forced to self-disconnect because they cannot afford to pay for gas or electricity amid the cost of living crisis. Pressure on the government has been growing since an investigation by the newspaper has revealed that magistrates have granted nearly 500,000 warrants allowing energy firms to forcibly enter properties since the last COVID lockdown. Questions remain though over the degree to which vulnerable people are represented and protected after a court in northern England issued 496 warrants in just 3 minutes and 51 seconds. Well, it looks like Grant Shapps is in for a little grilling in the Commons, doesn't it? And let me tell you, I'm pretty sure that's just as delightful as a cold shower in the middle of winter. But really, it's about time someone started asking some tough questions about these prepayment meters. And while we're on that subject, it's kind of like these customers are being punished for not having the luxury of direct debit. I mean, the rates should be the same for everyone, shouldn't they? But no, of course, instead they're just that little bit higher for those who can at least afford it. And let's not forget, of course, the fact that we're in the middle of an energy crisis. Prices are going up and up. That's only going to get worse in April. I mean, can you imagine being in a struggling family trying to make ends meet and then getting hit with even higher energy bills? It's just a nightmare for everyone, isn't it? And let's not even get started on how little protection there is for the vulnerable people, because, I mean, how can you grant 496 warrants in just 3 minutes and 51 seconds in the first place? That's just ridiculous, isn't it? And, of course, I'm sure a lot of investigation must have went into each one. Maybe, nearly as much as the police's investigation into Keir Starmer's beer and curry night all that time ago. And let's not forget the fact that we apparently got severe weather warnings of snow and ice this week, with temperatures apparently dropping to -10 in some parts of the country. Can you imagine being left without heat or light during that kind of weather? But I guess, the real question is, what can we do about it? I mean, aside from moving into a tropical island and leaving all of this behind us, of course. But in all seriousness, something needs to change, and fast. The investigation has also revealed that the Ministry of Justice has no central record of exactly why forced entry warrants are granted, while magistrates have said that they have no choice but to grant them. 3 firms, OVO Energy, Shell Energy and Utilia, hope I pronounced that right, halted moving families onto the meters using warrants over Christmas. Scottish Power, though, has now told it is not recovering debts from customers on new prepayment meters and is focused on charging for usage. A government spokesperson said the government expects energy suppliers to do all they can to help customers who are struggling to pay their bills, and suppliers can only install prepayment meters without the consent to recover debt as a last resort. The regulator, Ofgem, though, requires energy suppliers to offer solutions for customers in or at risk of debt or disconnection. And this includes offering an emergency credit to all prepayment meter customers and additional support credit to customers in vulnerable circumstances. Of course, while they're at it, they could ask him, or actually maybe investigate themselves, why companies in this video seem to be committing daylight robbery and costing us a lot of money in the process. Anyway, subscribe for more and I'll see you in the next one.